The stakes were high as Anthony Albanese hopped on the blower with Donald Trump today. His mission to convince the unpredictable president to dish out a rare exemption, sparing Australia from his tariff rampage. Aussie hopes in his hands. The PM hit the phone hoping to do a deal on steel and aluminium tariffs. Albo coming away confident.
The US President agreed that an exemption was under consideration in the interests of both of our countries.
But moments later, the president threw a spanner in the works.
Without exceptions or exemptions, and that's all countries, no matter where it comes from, all countries.
Trump doubling down on the shock tariff announcement as he officially signed off on the deal that has Aussie pollies panicking.
Simplifying our tariffs on steel and aluminium, it's 25%.
But after a few tense moments, relief. Donald Trump calling Albo
Very fine man.
It was a very constructive and warm discussion.
The love fest taking a detour over Aussie Super Bowl champ Jordan Mailata.
I did point out that he was a South Sydney junior. It was very important.
Before getting back to business, Trump seemingly confirming the possible exemption.
We have a surplus with Australia, one of the few. And the reason is they buy a lot of airplanes. They are rather far away and they need lots of airplanes. And we actually have a surplus. I told him that's something that we will give great consideration to.
Those aeroplanes leading the entire country to breathe a sigh of relief as the PM turns his attention to signing the deal.
The Prime Minister deserves support in whatever measure is reasonably taken to see a reversal in the tariff.
What I envisage is continuing to respond diplomatically. That's how you get things done.
We're live from the lands of the Kulin Nation, a big day of international investigation, so we thought we'd pull in one of the big guns. Peter Hellier is here. Pete, how would you have handled this very difficult call?
Probably just a quick Stormy Daniels joke and then down to business. Just to break the ice.
That's what happened with. That's what happened with Stormy Daniels, wasn't it? Quick down to business.
This is red hot.
Let's get this back on track, shall we? Let's go to the ABC's Matt Bevan. He's here with us to give us more actual details on the Trump call. Matt, this kind of seems a bit confused. Where exactly are we on this? Is it a done deal?
Well, no, it's not a done deal, but this is not all that unusual. In fact, something very similar happened last time Trump announced these tariffs back in 2018. Initially, he announced that there would be no exemptions to the tariffs and that nobody would be getting around them and everyone will be included. Malcolm Turnbull got on the phone to him a number of times over the following week, and 8 days after the tariff announcement was when Donald Trump confirmed that Australia would be getting an exemption from those tariffs. So we have to sort of wait a few days potentially, but it looks pretty promising given that both of them are, talking about, them considering it and enthusiastically looking at it, and that Albanese is a fine man and aeroplanes and that kind of thing. It all seems fairly positive.
As much as Albo probably listens to Pete Hellier about phone call strategy, any clues, any hints about how our Prime Minister would have gone into this call?
Well, I wouldn't have gone with the Stormy Daniels thing, Pete. I would have gone, you're putting the tariffs on. You're putting the tariffs on aluminium. Well, conveniently in Australia, we make something called aluminium, which is hugely different. Please don't tariff it. But anyway, look, I think he would have been looking to try and focus on the things that they could talk about, make some sort of a relationship together, bring up the Super Bowl, talk through, make some sort of a connection with Donald Trump, because that's really what Donald Trump is all about. He's all about interpersonal connections, and whether he likes you or not plays a really big role in whether or not you get what you want from him.
And he's not known for flip-flopping, changing his mind on matters like this. We've got an election just months away. Is this how big a political win, if this comes off, is this for Albanese?
Well, I think the key thing for Anthony Albanese is, he's walking a tightrope here where he doesn't want to endorse a lot of Donald Trump's policies because he's worried that would potentially make him unpopular with the Labor Party base in Australia. So he doesn't want to go all in backing, Trump's Gaza plan, that kind of thing. He said the other day, I'm supportive of a two-state solution. Make of that what you will. So he doesn't want to endorse Donald Trump, but he also doesn't want to alienate Donald Trump, because everyone, I think, in Australia understands that our relationship with the United States is extremely important, particularly on security grounds. And so he wants to be able to work with Donald Trump without actually saying that he agrees with everything that Donald Trump says. And this is a good step towards that, I think, because if this phone call blew up totally, then Peter Dutton could potentially make an argument that, look, you know, it's very important that we get along with Donald Trump and I've got a better chance of doing it. But now that Donald Trump is calling Anthony Albanese a very fine man, that sounds pretty positive for that relationship.
Wonder what they're calling their WhatsApp group. Matt, thanks for your time.
Thanks, guys.